What's going on, you guys? It's your buddy Kaiju here, and I'm coming back to you with another figure review. And this time we are going to be reviewing MonsterArts SpaceGodzilla from the 1994 film Godzilla vs. SpaceGodzilla. Now, without any, let me get some of that dust off here. It's been a while since I broke out this box, but excuse me. Without any further ado, we're going to get right into it. As you see, we get a nice menacing look of SpaceGodzilla. I mean, that is just a horrifying creature right there. I really like the crest on his head. I like that. Let's see what else. Let's see. You got a like a holographic full-like thing here going for his name, SpaceGodzilla. We got some product images, which they look fantastic. Let's see, we get a silhouette of the figure there. Not too much going on at the top, even though we got his crest right here in SpaceGodzilla. Some of the legal stuff down here at the bottom, and we're gonna get this box out of the way because what we're really into is this, the figure itself. Now, this figure is a very fantastic piece to have in the collection. He is a little dusty. I've dusted, but it's been a week or so, and he got a little bit dusty again. But this is a fantastic figure. Now, this is not the re-release version. This is the first release. The re-release comes with the little Godzilla and has... it had some unique effects. I think they were the effects that were on his like crystal shoulder things here, and they would shoot out. I think that's what that figure comes with. I'm not 100% sure. If you do know, leave a comment down below. But before we even get into the meat and potatoes of this video, he does come with some accessories that I'm going to go over right now. We're going to scoot him back, and here are his accessories. Now, we're gonna, okay, so he comes with this stand. It's clear, it bends, not too much going on with that. Now, his stand that he has for his breath effect is a very, very fantastic piece. We got like this tannish color going on here for the ground, and we got like this, it's almost of a translucent plastic with like some silver, like some bluish silver in it. And the texture is just really nice on this. This is a really nice piece. You can see the texture going all across the dirt and going across these crystals. And I think each of these crystals are individually sculpted. I could be wrong about that. And we get 6 crystals sticking up, and you see the port right here for the clear piece. We're going to port that right there, just like so. And next we have his breath effect. Now, there is a specific name for this. I cannot remember it for the life of me. It's something beam, but we're just going to call it his breath effect. And it's a nice translucent, excuse me, translucent, like of a golden green color, and it gets translucent back here. It's a very nice, fantastic piece, and man, I'm getting to where I'm geeking out, and I'm not talking as much, but it's a very nice piece, and it ports to the top of the clear stand. There's a port somewhere. Let's see, it's here, right there, and we just port that right there. We're not going to stick it in the figure's mouth at the moment. We're just going to get into the figure right now. Now, this figure stands roughly 6 inches tall, and you can just see the look on, oh my god, dust. The dust is just horrible. The eyes came out very nice, the teeth, just the overall scope. He has like this snarling look. He is just a menacing looking Godzilla. And a backstory to this is that the humans figured that SpaceGodzilla was conjured through one of two ways. When Godzilla fought Mothra and Mothra flew out into space, the G cells went through a black hole and pushed out of a white hole, or it was biolate being released into the atmosphere, and same thing, went through a black hole and pushed out a white hole, and was then exposed to the energy of exploding stars, giving birth to this. And the similarities I see between SpaceGodzilla and biolate is like these side mandibles right here. I mean, that's very similar to biolate. And the crystals on his shoulders came out, and I really like how it went, like you get like this silvery blue, and then it transitions to like this, like the purplish skin scale mess right here, and some of the red right here. I really like that. I really like how his crest on his head came out, like that translucent orange, and it's fading down into red. The chest with the red and the purple going on, stomach, just really, really nice. And the fingers are like this bluish, purpley color. Toenails are the same. He has like really calloused kneecaps. I mean, like, these are some really calloused kneecaps. And instead of the traditional Godzilla spikes, dorsal plates, as we're used to seeing, I have a regular Godzilla figure, but I'm not going to show it because I haven't done a review on it. But these are the traditional dorsal plates on Godzilla's back, but SpaceGodzilla is more of like crystals, and these are not individually sculpted. The ones on the outer edge and this inner edge are pretty much duplicated. Now the ones going down the center are individually sculpted, and they stop in the center about right here, and then the rest is just from the outer edges going down his tail. Really, really nice, and get a good look at the scales. Well, crystals, plates, dorsal plates. They're really nice, and these are hard plastic, so if it takes a shelf dive, they could break, so be mindful of that. He has this spike on. He has these spikes on his tail, the crystallized spikes, and they are the same color as the rest of them. Let me get that to focus. They are the same color as the rest of it. Very nice, very nice. Now, articulation-wise, let me turn it sideways. He can look up that much, and it really just looks like he's looking straight. He can look down that much, and it still kind of looks like he's looking straight. And you do get some head rotation. As we know, the jaw articulates. The arms are a little bit funny. He does not have a shoulder joint, more of a bicep, and he has a... Well then, put that back on. That actually shocked me. But he has a bicep swivel. He bends at the elbow that much, and he does have a elbow swivel, and it appears to be very loose. I haven't messed with this figure a whole lot, but there we go. Get that back in. And then the hands are on ball joints, so he can spin and tilt those freely. His legs move out that much. He does have good knee movement. Bends in that much. The feet are also on ball joints, so he can spin and tilt those freely. He has a diaphragm joint, which gives you very little side-to-side movement, and he doesn't really crunch. I mean, this figure just does not crunch. So that's pretty much all the movement you're going to get. Now, as for the tail, each individual segment is articulated. So you can just move this tail and get all kinds of crazy poses. It is articulated in every segment up to here. So this little section here is one solid piece. And just so we can get a glimpse of how it looks whenever he's using his atomic breath, we are going to place it in his mouth. Now, I do want to mention one thing. I have read reviews of people when they are placing the atomic breath into his mouth that the teeth would break off. So do be mindful of that with this first release. Second release, they may have used I would assume, a stronger type plastic. I'm not really a specialist on plastic, but that is how he looks with his atomic breath. And it's just fantastic. It is very cool, very nice. The only downside that I have with this figure is the rate of articulation. I feel like he should be able to crunch more, and I just feel like he should be able to move a little bit more, kind of like the rest of the Godzilla figures did. But he is a bulky figure, so, you know, sometimes sacrifices have to be made. And to get a comparison of SpaceGodzilla, here he is with the fully armed Kiyu, aka Mechagodzilla 3. And they stand rough. No, Kiyu is just, let me move his tail out of the way. Kiyu is just a tad taller. For a minute, I'm looking at the figures, and then whenever I look through the camera, I could see the height differences. But Kiyu does stand a little bit taller. And we're also going to get a size comparison with the great burning Godzilla. Let me get his tail where we can get a good size comparison. This is the figure that has a weird stance. And these two actually do stand at the same height. Which, if I remember right, I think Godzilla, the original Godzilla, not the burning Godzilla, but the original Godzilla was a tad shorter. I want to say he was a tad shorter than SpaceGodzilla. I'm not 100% sure on that, but this is a awesome piece to have in the Godzilla collection. I would definitely say that it is a must-have. And if you missed out on this particular figure, they do have the re-release, which is actually cheaper than this one, because with SH MonsterArts figures, the older they are, the greater the value. And I paid way too much for this guy, and it was way before they announced the re-release. I kind of am ticked off about that. But the thing I don't like about the re-release is that it does not come with the atomic breath. I feel like it should have came with the atomic breath, at least. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Hit the little red button, share it with your friends, family, and whoever else you can find. And I will catch you guys on the next video.